Okay, we need to get started. If we don't, the sunshine's going to come out. And then we'll have to go outside. We're going to have time to visit with David in a minute. I'm sure that we'll be able to talk him into loosening his fingers up. There happens to be a piano over here, and I know some of you women will be able to talk him into a little personal notes, but at any rate, I want to first of all thank all of you for coming out today, kind of braving this bad weather. I know we've been talking about it for 2 or 3 days. You know, we discussed whether we ought to change times or dates, but you know, who knows what the next day will bring. So we just decided to go ahead and stay with it. And so thank y'all for braving the weather. A special thanks to Mayor Bose and Mayor Creasy for being here today. They're always very supportive of anything that we do here for tourism and for economic development. They're always very interested, and I appreciate their support through everything that we do. Also want to thank Representative Kirk Haston, who's just walked in. Thank you for being here and your support. Former Representative Steve Daniel. You know, we're glad to have Steve back. I told him it takes you know, somebody important to get him back out in these days, all the way from Parker's Crossroads. So anyway, thank you, Steve, for being here. And again, all of you that are guests and visiting here and lovers of Little David. Ed Jackson, our senator, was invited, and Ed said to let y'all know he had a previous commitment and would not be able to be here, but he did wanted you to know he would love to have been here.
Thank you.
So what we're here for today, I want to call upon Marty Marbury, who is with the State of Tennessee Tourist Development Department, and she's going to tell a little bit about what this is, and then back to me. So Marty, if you would.
Okay, I have to come up here because Charles evidently thinks my eyesight is better than it is. I've got to have my notes up closer so I don't miss anything. It is so great to be here today and be a part of this festivity and this ceremony. I have been working on this for quite some time. It just gets more exciting with every marker that we produce and that we set out. You know, to be able to celebrate little David Wilkins is just an honor for me. The Tennessee Music Pathways is a great project that started several years back thanks to our state legislature. Thank you to former state representative and current state representative who have been so supportive with funding for this project. I want to offer my gratitude for Charles Taylor. Charles and I have become quite adept, and we are texting buddies now because it seems like every day we are texting something else about today's events. Special thanks to Mayor Bose and Mayor Creasy. I have to thank you both because you all, your leadership has allowed us to continue with projects like this. And we are so thankful that we have the opportunity to keep tourism thriving in Decatur County and in Parsons. Many thanks to my co-workers at the Department of Tourist Development. All of our passion for this project is it's a little bit overwhelming sometimes because we get to get out, see what is so important to the communities, and meet some of these folks that have made such an impact, not only in your local community, but state nationwide. It's amazing. In 2018, the department launched the Tennessee Music Pathways. Our thinking was we needed to preserve, promote, and inspire Tennessee's rich and diverse musical history and heritage. 7 genres of music call Tennessee home. I had no idea until 2018. And I have to look at my notes because I still will leave one off every time. Blues, bluegrass, country, gospel, soul, rockabilly, and rock and roll all call Tennessee home. With the help of our state historian, Colin Escott, we identified people, places, things in all 95 counties that were significant to Tennessee's music history. And our goal is to connect the fans and our visitors along the pathway to this rich Southern music heritage that we have. If you think about it, these places, Parsons, Tennessee, they tell the story of our musical pioneers and legends. And David, I'm sorry, I know that makes you sound really old. You're not.
I really am.
But no, you're not. But you are a legend in the music history of this state. So we are just thrilled to be honoring you today. It's always an honor to celebrate whatever person we are or place that we are unveiling a marker at. But today we celebrate little David Wilkins, and he's a known country singer, songwriter, entertainer, and he scored over 17 country hits as a performer. That's an accomplishment. He also came out with his composition, Coming On Strong. It was a number 11 pop hit for Brenda Lee in 1966. And he wrote songs for artists as diverse as Percy Sledge, Conway Twitty, and the folk pop group Serendipity. Wilkins, also a nightclub performer, and worked as a supporting artist to several major country stars. He was born on Wilkinson Town Road. I wonder where they came up with that name. Here in Parsons. And then his family moved to Memphis, where I live. And soon afterwards, he only stayed there a short while. He moved back and went to school here in Parsons. It was always an amazing event. I'm told, and I've heard from several, that when they had the high school assembly programs, that if little David was performing, folks seemed to show up. And so I think that that's another testimony to your talent. After graduation, you began playing in nightclubs a week and at the Cottage Cafe and the 120 Club. When did you have time to sleep? Honestly. He worked in Jackson 3 nights a week, often at the upscale Delmar Club. And after switching to piano in 1960, it became his primary instrument. I love that because my dad was a piano player. He just went to a different kind of club called the church, and he played at church. In 1960, Johnny Cash's drummer and my good friend, W.S. Holland, brought Wilkins to Sun Studio in Memphis. In 1962, Wilkins' first record was released on Sun's Phillips International subsidiary. Wilkins moved to Nashville in 1964, and country star Sonny James recorded another one of his songs, I'm Getting Gray from Being Blue. I've never heard that, but when I read that the first time, I thought, I have got to hear that song. I'm Turning Gray from Getting Blue. That has got to be an amazing song. Your biggest hit came as a songwriter when Brenda Lee recorded Coming On Strong. Almost 100 other artists, including Barbara Mandrell, Jerry Lee Lewis, Charlie Pride, Loretta Lynn, and Mickey Gilley have recorded your songs. Amazing. David, you've shaped Tennessee's rich musical history, and we're so grateful to be able to honor you today and all of your contributions to Tennessee music. If you guys are wanting to know more about some of the other artists that we have honored and some of the other places, you can find the pathway and learn more at tnmusicpathways.com. I will tell you, I'm sorry for the rain and that we cannot be outside. I do want folks to take time to visit the marker outside. I think that it's a great visitor addition to Parsons, and we would be outside, but I do not have outdoor rain here, so we had to come in. And Charles, that's up to you. You want to? While we don't have the actual, David, if you want to come up with us, we don't have the actual marker inside. We do have something, and this is something you can take home with you afterwards.
Proud to hear that.
And it is, I'll tell you what.
A reasonable facsimile.
It is a reasonable facsimile.
Oh my God.
Little David
That's right.
Wilkins.
Thank you, everybody.
Be sure to go by and take a look at the actual marker out there. It is great. The city of Parsons put it in, and but this is basically the sign. And what you read here is somewhat what Marty
outside, yes.
What Marty read. So thank you, Marty, and David. Thank you so much. And we have some food back here. Is anything else that we have some food, some knickknacks, and be sure and look at these cookies that are back there. Jennifer, you went and immediately hid behind Jennifer Whitson, who is the administrative assistant and the one that keeps the chamber really running, made those cookies along with the help of her mother. But now, you cannot go without looking at these cookies back here. They're all for little David. Anyway, thank y'all. Thank you, Marty. We'll get him on the piano.
You know what? I wear hearing aids in both ears, but I'm almost sure I heard him say he was going to get on that piano and play it.
I don't know about that. I just want to, is this on?
Yeah, it is.
I just want to thank everybody, all my friends for coming today. Ms. Marbury, I appreciate your kind comments. Very honored to have first the highway and now the TMP market, Tennessee Music Pathways. And I just thank everybody, like I say, for coming and everything. And I'm just proud you made it here. And I guess Representative Haston, is he here? Thank you for coming, sir. State Representative Haston. And the Tennessee House, Steve McDaniel is here with us today. Give Steve a hand too. Steve McDaniel, who I've got a feeling has a lot to do with the highway market. And I appreciate it, Steve, I'll never forget it. Mayor Bowles and I went to school together. He's a lot younger than I am. I cannot hide my age anymore because they've got, I was born in 1940. And so I think that goes to 82 years old. I don't know how my hair stayed black, but something's going on here. And I just wanted to thank everybody, and I thank Mayor Creasy and Mr. Lee Villafort Also, my phones are ringing. My phone's going crazy. I'm sorry about that. And a gentleman that has just bent over backwards to put all these things together, the president of the Chamber of Commerce here, Mr. Charles Taylor, always does a wonderful job, and I want to give him the greatest thanks that I can. Would you give Mr. Charles Taylor a big hand? I was surprised. I started getting calls from New York City about this, about the marker. And the Ken Burns people, about 60-something of them, two of the ladies from there started putting all this together. And Ken Burns is a great documentary filmmaker on country music, on black history, on so many things. And I was honored. They were so kind to me too. And I just want to thank everybody concerned. I'm a long-winded person, but I just wanted to not miss the opportunity to thank all of these people. And I just appreciate y'all coming. And there's one more thing I was going to say. Let me think what it was. Don't touch those cookies. I'll be there. I may try to. Thank you so much. Thank you. I want to mention one other thing. We have one of the greatest entertainers here that came today as a surprise. We have Joanne and Betty Matthews and Barb Harlow drove all the way from Tupelo, Mississippi to be here. They're sitting here on the left. And they brought one of the greatest entertainers that I know, and he just recorded one of my songs a few weeks ago called One Man Show that's coming out shortly. Jonathan Lynn, would you stand up and take a bow? Thank you, sir. I want to mention that because I'm one of your biggest fans, and thanks for recording. You recorded number 99 song. I've had 99 different songs about an artist. Coming On Strong was recorded by 26 people. But you know, like with different artists, different songs, I mean. You did number 99, and I'm looking at 100. Is anybody recording here? I'll shut up. Oh my goodness. Now, does anybody have a request? Butterbean. Georgia. Well, we recorded this song as a joke. My producer, Owen Bradley, that produced Patsy Cline and Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn and so many people. He was at a concert I did in Nashville. And he said, he stood up and gave a standing ovation. He said, we've got to do that song as a joke. It ended up as being the most played record on radio across the nation that I've ever had. Well, just a bowl of butter beans, pass the cornbread, if you please. Well, I don't want no collard greens. All I want is a bowl of butter beans. Well, just a little piece of country ham. Pass the butter and the jam. Pass the biscuits, if you please, and some more of them good old butter beans. Now bread and gravy is alright. Turnip sandwich, a delight. And my children always scream for some more of them good old butter beans. seems. You see, that woman, she's over there. Oh, there they are. One with both hands in the air. She's not pregnant as she seems. You know what? She's just full of them good old butter beans. Now when they're laying down to rest, just place a rose upon my breast. I don't want no evergreen. All I want is a bowl of butter beans. That's it. Appreciate it. What's that, honey?
Yeah.
You might not be able to hear me without a microphone, but I'll sing it for you. Oh, you got a microphone? My gosh, we got a microphone here. Can you hear me now? Can you see me all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you can't see me all right, we're really in trouble. Conway Twitty recorded this song. I opened shows for Conway and Loretta for 15 months, and we were in, where's my water? We were in Chicago playing at McCormick Place, in front of 1,000 people, and Conway, thank you so much. My throat's getting dry. I haven't done this in a while since COVID. Me and Jonathan sang a song together, Cracker Barrel, but that's it. I always tell stories. I'm writing a book now. Got about 7 or 8 hours of it. Hopefully be coming out with later. But anyway, Conway said, you got a song in a new album I'm getting ready to record. And I thought he might just be trying to make me feel good. I guess I can look at the microphone now. Thought he might be trying to make me feel good, but I found out Charlie Pride had just recorded it. So Conway rushed back in, that was on Saturday night, and recorded this on Wednesday night, and had MCA Records to rush release it. But anyway, Charlie Pride and Conway both had a great records on this, and made the Fat Boy a lot of money. But after the taxes got through with me, I need to borrow $5. We'll go from there. Let's see if I remember it now. Oh my gosh. Jonathan, can you hear how that's out of tune? Georgia, sweet, sweet Georgia, keeps pulling on my rein. Most men give their right arm or anything they own to have a woman just like you to be waiting when they come home. But the devil made me cheat on you just one too many times. And honey, I'm sorry, but she left heaven on my mind. Georgia, sweet Georgia, keeps pulling on my ring. I need her, and I love her. Lord, she's a sweet and precious thing. Her sweet and easy loving, Lord, beats all I've ever seen. Georgia, sweet, sweet Georgia, keeps pulling on my rein. I didn't want to fall in love with anybody else. But when I tasted heaven, Lord, I just couldn't help myself. I pray someday that you forget and forgive me for all these things. But I just can't seem to love you with Georgia pulling on my ring. Everybody sing now. Georgia, sweet Georgia, keeps pulling on my ring. I need her and I love her. Lord, she's a sweet and precious thing. Her sweet and easy loving, Lord, beats all I've ever seen. Georgia, sweet, sweet Georgia, keeps pulling on my ring. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, I won't trip on that.
Sing that song about Parsons.
About Parsons? Oh my gosh. Now I haven't sung in long time. I might forget the words on that. I'll do a little of it. I love to take a look at my old school annual from so many years ago. The pictures may dim like a faded film, but the memories in my heart still glow. PHS, you're the best, I still love you so. Parsons, Tennessee, by the Tennessee River, would you mind if I came back home? My mama and my daddy still live there, so does my sister Sue. My old friend James, and a whole lot of memories, and a girl named Peggy Lou. Stand up, Peggy Lou. She's right there with the mask on. I thought I could find something over the rainbow that hometowns just don't have. I've been around and around and around and around, but I've still got the best hometown. PHS, you're the best, I still love you so. Parsons, Tennessee, by the Tennessee River, would you mind if I came back home? I thought I could find something over the rainbow that hometowns just don't have. I've been around and around and around and around, but I've still got the best hometown. PHS, you're the best, I still love you so. Parsons, Tennessee, by the Tennessee River, would you mind if I came back home? Thank you very much, and thank you, Mr. Microphone Man. I tell you, it's hard to get it out when you're that far away from the crowd without a microphone. Thank you so much. Thanks, State of Tennessee. What I wanted to say is Tennessee has been good to me. God bless you.
We got food back here. Don't forget these cookies. You gotta look at these cookies.